Okay, let's do it. You can hear my voice, right, Jeremy? Okay, good. Okay, this log question, very easy. Normally, if I do, I will just factorize out the log 10 from the first equation. But before you factorize out the log 10, right, you need to make sure there's no number in front of the log. This is y. 2, I'm going to move out, become y squared. So factorize out the log, plus become multiply. Then log 10 move to the other side, I will get 10 power 1, which is 10. All right, this one is substitution. I make y squared a subject. Okay, I make y squared a subject, should be fine. This is the first equation. Then I sub this one back into this original equation here. So x minus 3y squared, y squared is 10 over x, equals to 13. Okay, here I want to say is you not necessarily must always make y as a subject. Depend. If this equation have y and y squared, then maybe I need to make y a subject, or else I can just make y squared a subject. It doesn't matter. Okay, so it's a quadratic equation. It's quite obvious. So I will multiply x for whole equation. So I got x squared minus 30 equals to 13x. So x squared minus 13x minus 30 equals to 0. And 10 and 3. No. 15 and 2, yeah. So this one is x minus 15, x plus 2. Okay, so x equals to 15 or x equals to -2. Same idea here. So if y squared equals to 10 over 15, then y equals to the square root of 10 over 15. Type the calculator lah, 10 over 15. Then you will get some number like this. You will get 6 over 3. Okay, and another one, you can just reject it because cannot square root negative value, right? So this one will be rejected because you cannot square root -5. So yeah. And then here we rejected the x also. Why? Because you see above there, you have log x, isn't it? If log x log -2, you get math error, isn't it? So yeah, so you only have one answer, which is 15, and the square root 6 over 3 lah. Okay, so solve this time. Oh shit. They only, okay, 4 mark, they only asked me to show that equation. So I already shown. I accidentally done A and B. This is a part 1 answer. Shown. And then the rest from here onward is the part 2 answer. And they asked me to leave in exact form, right? Yeah, then this one is the part 2 answer. Yeah, we basically solve the simultaneous. All right. I now see the question carefully. I thought they want me to solve the simultaneous, so I straight away do. All right, B is another log questions. Different base, very obvious. They want me to, where A is a positive constant, giving x in term of A. I want to make x as a subject. So I can allow base is A, but I cannot allow base is x because I want to make x as a subject. So therefore, this one will remain the same. This one I'm going to change. This one I'm going to change to the 1 over. I'm going to swap them. Log ax equals to 4. If you can't see this one is a quadratic, you just let log ax equals to m. Then it's quite obvious this one is quadratic. 3 1 over m equals to 4. Then the whole equation I can multiply m. Then I should get m squared plus 3 equals to 4m. Then I will get m squared minus 4m plus 3 equals to 0. And then I will solve this one by factorize it. This is m minus 3, m minus 1. So m is 3 and m is 1. And what is my m? My m is log ax, isn't it? So my x is a cube. This is log ax equals to 1. Then this one is a. Okay, just like this, x in terms of a. 5 mark question. This is not too hard. Okay, so yeah, make sure you know how to do lah. I'm wondering is that student know how to join or not? Yeah, because sometimes she's waiting my link. So maybe I post a link to the group also. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, question 11. In this question, all the lengths are in kilometer and time is hours. All right, so we have some displacement equation. Time is a second given, t must be greater than 0. Okay, find the value of t for which the velocity of p is 0. Velocity we know is equals to ds dt, right? So I will just differentiate this one. But before I differentiate this one, yeah, it's fine. I just use product rule. This is u, this is v. So copy the u, differentiate the v, plus copy the v, differentiate the u, which is 1. So this one is by v. I don't want to simplify it too much because later I need to factorize again. So when v is 0, I make this one equal to 0. Then here I will factorize out a t minus 5 maybe. Because here I will see a t minus 5. Here also got t minus 5. So it tells me I can factorize out t minus 5. So here if I take this one out no more, I have 2t plus 4. If this one I factorize out t minus 5, I still got 1t minus 5 here. So yeah, I just do one more step to simplify it. This one should be 3t minus 1. Now I got both of my time value. Time is 5 and time is 1 over 3. Find the values of time. So it's no surprise when you have more than one t value and both are positive. So it's fine. Okay, then on the axis, draw the displacement time graph for p. So they want displacement time graph. All right, so displacement time graph, I better copy down my S equation so they can help me to draw better. T plus 2 and t minus 2 square. T plus 2 and t minus 5 square. Sorry, that. Yep, correct. So first thing is, I know this is cubic equation, and I know t is positive. So if t is positive, the cubic equation will look like this. And I should have some intersection. So over here, you realize you only have 2 intersections. If I draw like this, right, you know it's not in this pattern. Because if like this, you have 3 intersection points for in x-axis, right? But in this case, you obviously you don't have. So over here, you see something like one of the bracket is power 2. This one actually is something like you touch at x equals to 5 or 2 times. So this one, if you see something like this power 2, this is the turning point. So it means what? It means my graph, before I draw, right, I will have something like this. Yeah, one of the point 5 will be the turning point. Another one will be, sorry, another one is negative. It can't be negative 2, right? Yeah, it can't be negative 2. It can't be negative 2. Alright, time cannot be negative 2. So yeah, then you will just make it 0 at somewhere here. So yeah, then you only have this part. Okay, so if you make t0, if you make t0 into this equation, as I will get what? 0 plus 2 is 2. And then negative 5 square. So which is 50. That means I will pass by some 50 here. And then no need to draw any graph before that. And then I will turning point at 5. Okay, so I roughly got the idea already. Then I will just sketch it. So I know when t equals 0, s equals to 50. And then I will have something like this. They will pass by here. 5 will be my turning point. Yeah, you can draw as smooth as possible. Okay, I'm not so good at drawing. So this one will be 50. This one will be a turning point. 5. Yeah, 2 mark. Even though this is a cubic equation, but I guess this is how you draw. Any questions so far, Jeremy? Okay, I just want to double confirm my graph is totally fine. So let me just put my marking scheme, but it should be quite obvious. Yeah, it's correct. Okay, so the next thing is they ask you to draw a velocity time graph. Velocity time graph, we got the v equals 0 right, at these two values. So this is so called a time intercept, 5 and Okay, let me write the equation here also. Time will be 1 over 3 and time equals to what? 5 is it? No, 5 and 1 over 3. The equation of V is where is the equation? Yeah, this one is the equation, right? After simplified, t minus 5 and 3t minus 1. T minus 5, 3t minus 1. Okay, so this one is a quadratic, it's quite obvious, and you got 3t squared, right? I just want to know my y-intercept. I make t0 to find my v-intercept, right? So my v is basically -5 multiplied -1, so it's basically just 5. Okay, so I turning point 1 over 3 and 5. So I should have something like this. The 1 over 3 should be lower a little bit, and then I pass by 5. Yeah. Try to make it as symmetry as possible. Yeah, you just draw nicely yourself. Yeah, so you should have something like, but this one actually should be symmetry one, so therefore I'm quite not so satisfied about my drawing. Maybe here I make it lower a bit, so because it must look like very symmetry. Yeah, it must look like symmetry at somewhere at the middle. It's not really 3 lah, because if you do 5 plus 1 over 3 divided by 2, right, you can know where is your center point. Your center point is about 2.6 something, so you should center somewhere here. So I might draw again. This one must pass by something like 1 over 3 and center minimum point will be here, and then here they will pass by 5 lah. So you should have some nice V like this. Okay, this one lah. Okay, just 2 mark, should be quite easy. Make sure you touch here, make sure you touch at 1 over 3, and then this one must be 5. Always state the y-intercept and x-intercept lah whenever you do this kind of question. Then write down the expression for acceleration. Okay, then we want to find acceleration. I later you do product rule. Maybe I will just expand it, or I just do product rule also. Never mind lah. Okay, product rule. Copy the first one, differentiate the second one, plus copy the second one, differentiate the first one is this is 3t minus 1. Sorry, is 1. Alright, so my a is basically 3t minus 15 plus 3t minus 1, so is 6t minus 16. Okay, so I hope I didn't make any carry mistake. So I already write out the expression. I already write out the expression for a, because I do the dvdt. Here maybe I write again, a equals to dvdt, then I do the product rule for it, right? So I get the a equation, 1 mark. Okay, hence they want you to sketch this one up to 6, right? All right, so this one is a straight line and intercept at -16, quite easy. But I want to know the so-called t-intercept. I will make a0. When a0, 0 equals to 6t minus 16, so t equals to 16 over 6, which is 8 over 3, isn't it? 8 over 3 is 2.6, right? So you'll pass by 2.6 something. So you just draw a straight line. And this straight line must pass by 2.6. So yeah, then this one here will be 8 over 3. And then this one will pass by negative 16. By the way, you shouldn't have any line before here. And then you here, I believe you should stop at 6. So you just erase all the part, go beyond it lah. Because this graph asks you to sketch from 0 to 6, right? So you kind of need to follow. I think here is fine. This one need to draw longer a little bit. Make sure it actually touch some 6 here. And then this one also, erase whatever part before the y-axis. This one, maybe you stop at 6 here. You just erase all this part lah. Yeah, make it look very nice. And don't give them chance to minus your mark. Okay, any part so far, Jeremy? I mean, any questions so far? No question. Then we go to the next paper. 1-3. Let me drink a water first. Okay, paper 1-3. Let's do it. First one is a binomial expansion, I guess. First three term can be written in, okay, in that pattern. All right, 3 mark. Let's do it. The first term is 3x squared power 5. Next one is 5c1, and 3x squared power 4, negative 1 over 9x. The last term is 5c2, 3x squared power of 3, negative 1 over 9x power of 2. Okay, so type in the calculator. 3 power of 5, you get 243, right? Yeah, 243. X power of 2 times power of 5 again, so it's 10. Then the next one is 5c1. 5c1 basically is 5 lah, but I just type to show you. Okay, 5c1. Multiply 3 power of 4. And then multiply negative 1 over 9 also. So I just type everything at once so that I no need to like do 2 or 3 steps. 45. This is x power 8 divided by 1x, so it's x power 7. Okay, so the next one I will just type 5c2. And then multiply 3 power of 3, which is 27. And then multiply negative 1 over 9 times negative 1 over 9 is 1 over 81. So it's 10 over 3. This is x power 6 divided by x squared is x power 4. Done. Okay, this is the first three term they want. Then from this one is the answer from it's a question from part A. Find the coefficient of x power 4 in the expansion. So normally I will just copy my answer above. So if you check carefully, you realize they have the same expansion. Then it's the same, right? So you can just copy this one. And then normally another expansion is just power 2 so that you can expand it easily yourself. So 1 square is 1. This one is basically 2 over x cubed. Then this is 1 over x power 6. If I expand this power 2 lah. Okay, now I need to think how to get the coefficient of x power 4. What do I mean here is when I do the crossover multiply, I must get x power 4. So this is x power 10, right? If I divide x power 6, I get x power 4, right? So this term will multiply here. I get x power 4. Second term, this is x power 7. If I divide x power 3, I get x power 4, right? This term multiply here. The lastly, this is x power 4. If I multiply any constant number, I get x power 4, right? Yeah, so I'm going to write their coefficient here. When I say write their coefficient, basically I will not write the x power 4 into it. So the first one is just 243 plus, we will multiply 1, right? Is 243. Then negative 45 times 2 is negative 90. Plus 10 over 3 times 1 is 10 over 3. Then just use a calculator lah. Minus 90 plus 10 over 3. So your final answer is 469 over 3. Done. This is the coefficient of x power 4. Okay, so let's move on. Okay. Number 2. We have some circle and a so-called sector and triangle, I guess. Point AB is C lines on the circumference of the circle. AB is a chord with a length of 10 centimeter. Calculate the angle of BOA is, okay, where is BOA? Which is this angle? Then to make sure this angle is 1.35. Since the radius is 8. Depending what you want to do, you can do the cosine rule. But cosine rule is a bit long here. So we have a formula for chord, right? For length of chord, right? Okay, the formula should be 2r sine theta over 2, right? Let's try about this formula. Okay, so 2, my r is 8, sine theta over 2 equals to the chord length, which is 10. So sine theta over 2 is 10 over 16, which is 5 over 8. Okay, divide the 16 to the other side lah. All right, then use a calculator. Shift sign 5 over 8 in radian, right? So I will get theta over 2 equals to 0.675. Then I will multiply 2 because this is theta over 2, right? I want to time theta. So theta is 1.35 shown. Okay, because this formula is way shorter than the cosine rule. Of course, some students just don't like to use all these formula. You can still split it into the half and then right angle triangle to do the sokatua to get an angle also can. No matter how you do it, it's just 2-mark questions. Given that the minor arcs of the BC have the length of 18, minor arc of BC, which is this one, okay, has the length of 18 BOC. You want to find this another angle. So arc length formula, S equals to R theta, isn't it? S is 18, R is 8. I can get a theta easily. Just 18 divided by 8. 9 over 4 or 2.25 radian. Okay, 2-mark easily got it. Then find the area of minor sector AOC. AOC. Basically, they ask about this minor sector because behind is a major sector, so but they just want a minor sector. So I want to find this area. So area of sector formula is half r square theta. So in this case, my r is have already is 8 square. I mean 8 square. My theta is 360, right? Is 2 pi minus theta minus the alpha, right? So this one is basically my alpha lah, which is alpha in this case. So I need to minus 1.35 minus 2.25. Yeah, then I can get an area of sector for this one. Because this angle over here, I'm calling alpha 2 lah. So basically is 360 minus the other 2, right? 360 in radian we call 2 pi. So yeah, let's do it. 1 over 8, 8 squared is 64. Multiply this one, I will say 2 pi minus 1.35, which is the answer for A. Double dot already. And then minus 2.25, which is the answer for B. Okay, so area is 85.9, sorry. Depend on units, is centimeter, you just use a centimeter square. In this case, yeah, cm square. All right, 3-mark done. Yeah. Any question, Jeremy? Nope. Very good. Okay, very easy indices. Come, Jeremy, you do. Tell me the answer of A and B. Right, got the answer already. Very good. So basically this is a quadratic equation. So okay, this is 2e 3x power of 2, right? Minus 3e 2x 3x, sorry, minus 5 equals 0. Just imagine this is some y lah. So I can factorize it. So this is 3e2x and e2x, e3x, sorry. I'm gonna get 3 here, so I should get 5 and 1 minus and plus. Alright, so this one e3x equals to 5 over 2. This one e3x equals to negative 1. Definitely we rejected this one because we cannot ln negative value. So 3x equals to ln 5 over 2. So x equals to 1 over 3 ln 5 over 2, which is correct answer for your A. Good job. Then we go to the part B. If exponent also divide basically mean minus, right? 4x minus 7 minus 5x plus 7y equals to 1 over e squared is e negative 2. Then we can ignore the e, so we solve the top. I get negative x minus, oh, it's a simultaneous, is it? Okay, minus 7y equals to negative 2. Yeah, whole equation is so many negative. I multiply negative 1 into it lah, to make everything look positive. Then my x is basically 2 minus 7 is negative 5. So it's minus 7y minus 5. It's my first equation. And then we do sub into the second one lah. So this is xy equals to negative 18 lah. So I sub into here, negative 7y minus 5. Y equals to negative 18. Negative 7y squared minus 5y equals to negative 18. Let's solve the simultaneous. 7y squared plus 5y minus 18. Factorize it. 7y and y. 18 is 18 to get 5. 9, 2. 9 and 2. Yeah, 9 and 2 here. 14, right? Plus minus 9. So y equals to 9 over 7. Or y equals to negative 2. In this question, yeah, it's x and y can be any value. It doesn't matter. So yeah, then we want to find x. X will be negative 7. If this is 9 over 7, sub into here, 9 over 7 minus 5. So this one should be negative 9 minus 14 lah. Then if I sub another value, negative 7, another value is negative 2, right? Minus 5. Y, I mean, this is, yeah, then the x value is basically 9, right? Okay, so I got the answer. Y is, let's write the x first lah. X is negative 14, then the y is, so yeah, the y is 9 over 7. When x equals to 9, then y equals to negative 2. Am I getting same answer, Jeremy? Yes, you got the same answer. Very good. Okay. Linear law, find y in terms of x. B is when x is 45, give your answer in ln p. C is find the value of x which y is defined. Okay, do A and B first, Jeremy. Then only you do C. Okay, you're doing quite fast. All right, so let's check the answer. So y equals to mx plus c. I have 10 2, help me to find c. Y is 2, x is 10. Here plus c here easily. So this is c is negative 2. So E4y equals to 2 over 5x minus 2. 4y equals to ln 2 over 5x minus 2. So y equals to 1 over 4 ln 2 over 5x minus 2. Done. 3 mark, you got the same answer as mine. All right. B, when x is 45, so y equals to 1 over 4 ln 45, 2 over 5, 45 minus 2. Cut is 9. 18 minus 2 is 14. 16, sorry. This is ln 16 power 1 over 4. And it is equals to ln 2. Done. Okay, then 1 mark question. Find the value of x for which the y can be defined. So what is the values of x when y can be defined, Jeremy? X is bigger than 0? Not correct. But something to do with that. Yes, correct. So because we know for ln a must be bigger than 0, right? So in these cases, we have something like ln 2x, 2 over 5x minus 2. So therefore, 2 over 5x minus 2 must be bigger than 0. Then x must be, 2 over 5x must be bigger than 2. Then x must be bigger than 5. Got the answer? I mean, you got the idea how to find the answer, right? Okay, cool. Kinematics. Find the time or which acceleration of particle first equals to -9. Okay, so over here, nothing special because this is trigonometry. So you see the word first. Because imagine when you rotate the time, let's say I want the a cos first time get negative, then I will just rotate until second quadrant. Because this is the first time add sugar to coffee, right? Add sugar to coffee, right? This is the first time cos get negative. So this is the reason why you see a word first here for any trigo. B, find the displacement of a particle when t equals 5.6 is very easy. Okay, come, you do this 8 mark questions. Hi, Brasi. Now you do the question 5. This is a paper 1-3, May June 2-2. Yeah, for I think you will do question 6 already because Jeremy already done. So yeah, you can watch the replay later. Yeah, because I already discussed the previous questions. Alright, we have a velocity. We want to find the acceleration. So we'll do differentiate velocity, right? So therefore, if I differentiate 6 sine 3t, sine will give me cos, 3t will give me 3. So it's 18 cos 3t. So right now they say when a equals to -9, I'm going to plug in the -9 into here. Then I write the a first lah. At least I have the a equation. Then 18 cos 3t equals to -9. Cos 3t equals to -1/2. Then I want to find a reference angle for cos. Actually cos is the only thing you can straight away type, but I would still find a reference angle first lah. So I will just inverse cos 1/2. It's 60 degree, right? So it's pi/3. Then you need to think first time the first equals to -9, right? So this is the first time cos will get negative. Add sugar to coffee. Rotate from here. First time the cos will be negative at the second quadrant. Second quadrant is pi minus theta. So therefore, my cos 3t is pi minus pi/3 is 2 pi/3. Then my 3t is 2 pi/3. So t is 2 pi over 9. Done. This one actually is differentiation plus the trigonometry knowledge. So if you do not know how to solve trigonometry here, you will make some mistake here. Okay, but like I say, cos negative is the only one you can straight away type. The calculator will give you second quadrant answer. If I type -1/2, you will straight away get 2 pi/3. But this one only apply to cos. Because sine, if I type any negative angle here, shift sign, -1/2, they will give me negative angle. See? So this is negative angle is not what we want, right? So therefore, for sine and tangent, you cannot straight away type in the calculator, but cos you can. Okay, find the displacement of the particle from O when t is 5.6. So we want to find displacement, we integrate velocity, isn't it? Integrate velocity, integrate 6 sine 3t dt. Alright, so the only challenging part maybe you need to find c. The rest should be very easy. Integrate sine, get negative cos. Get negative cos 3t divided by, if differentiate 3t, we get 3 at the bottom, isn't it? Plus c. So I just make it look nicer a little bit. Alright, so I want to find c before I sub the time into it. So they say something like t second after passing through fixed point O. I say many times, this sentence means time is 0, displacement is 0. Okay, so sub 0 here. Cos 0 is 1, c is 2. So my S equation is -2 cos 3t plus 2. Now I can plug in my time value, 5.6. 3 multiply 5.6, 16.8 plus 2. Make sure your calculator in radian. -2 multiply cos 16.8 plus 2. So you will get 2.92 meter. Alright. So this is how we solve this kind of simple kinematic question. This one no need to make a U-turn, find distance and all that. This one just purely differentiate, integrate, and apply some trigo knowledge only. And easily get 8 marks here. Okay, this one is function. Seldom come out quite pattern like this, but since they give you this kind of pattern. So here you kind of need to choose from any of these to fill in the blank, to fill into the bracket here. So yeah. So we know fx is this one, gx is this one. So you need to find what is all this lah. Yeah, basically you say, oh, this one may be f inverse, then you write f inverse here lah. Yeah, give you all 5 minutes to try this one out. You just write the answer in the sequence lah. Write the first answer, comma, second answer, comma, because you need to type out in the chat room over there to show me. Teacher, if the question state the particle travel a straight line, I don't need to find whether it's U-turn, right? No, you need to, because the question says the particle moving in a straight line. That means it can move in the straight line in this direction, but U-turn already is still move in a straight line. However, if the question says the particle is only moving in one direction, then you no need to find U-turn. Moving in a straight line, it doesn't mean it doesn't U-turn. Okay, so you get it. Yeah, ask me any question, Jeremy, if you have any. Yeah, same to Brasi. If you have any question, feel free to ask me. Okay, Jeremy got the answer already. Okay, let's discuss, because this one is actually not too hard. Okay, whenever you want to get 0, so no matter how you do any function, inverse function, composite function, there's no way to get 0. Only one way to get 0 is about differentiation. So if I differentiate gx for one time, I'm getting 2, isn't it? So if I differentiate 2 again for second time, I'm getting 0, right? So therefore, this is g double prime. Okay, then the next one is 4x. 4x obviously is differentiate fx. Okay, this is very easy. All right, then I want to get something like ax squared plus ax plus 2. You can see here, this one is nothing to do with differentiation anymore. So you will only guess this is a composite function. So in order to get this composite function, what we need to do is we will sub the gx into fx. So if you sub the gx into fx, this is what happened. So I will get 2 gx squared. My gx is 2x plus 1, isn't it? So if I expand this one, I get 4x squared plus 4x plus 1. Expand it, I should get ax squared plus ax plus 2, isn't it? So it's exactly what they want. So this is FG. Okay, then next thing is 4x plus 3. 4x plus 3, I believe is GG, is G squared. Because if I sub the GX into the GX here, I got 2x plus 1. My GX is 2x plus 1. So I get 4x plus 2 plus 1 plus 3. So it's double G. The last one, you can see is x minus 1 over 2. This one a little bit look like a G inverse. If I want to do G inverse here, I make this one as the x, and the x I change to y. Make y the subject, right? X minus 1 over 2 equals to y. So obviously this one is the G inverse. Yeah, then we will easily get all the answer. Yeah, I think Jeremy got correct also. Okay, good job. Okay, come. Do the part B. It's given a hx is that equation. You should recommend this one is the what we call vertex form, right? Yeah, do use a completing the square method to get a vertex form for quadratic. So the value of a as small as possible so that h inverse exists. Yeah, definitely is a super important keyword. Okay, write the value of a, write down a range of h, and then find a h inverse and state its domain. Function. Come. 3 minutes like that. Try this one out. Not too hard. Okay, got the answer for all. Not bad. Okay, so first thing is, in order to make the h inverse exist, so we know quadratic in this case is a U shape. Oops, sorry. In this case is a U shape. The minimum point is obviously 1, 3. So in order to make the inverse exist, and they must bigger. So I have to break, I have to separate my U graph into 2 parts from the middle. So that's mean if I set my domain start from 1, then my U graph is only this part. Because the whole u is many to one function, inverse can never exist in any many to one function. Inverse can only exist when it is one to one function. You can do the horizontal line test. If you do the horizontal line test here, you can see, oh my god, my pen is not working. Okay, never mind. What's wrong with my thing here? Did I press anything wrongly? Okay, maybe I need to restart my thing. Something wrong here. Okay, I think still. Why? Okay, now should be fine already. I don't know why. Okay, so if you do a horizontal line test, you can see I touch many point, right? Just this is many to one function. But if I only take the range more than one, so my graph become like this. If I do the horizontal line test, I only touch one point. I only touch one point. If I do the vertical line test, I only touch one point. So this one is considered one to one function. So therefore, my A must be 1. Okay, so this one A is 1. You might wondering, sir, why can't I choose 2? X equals to 2. Why can't I choose 3? X equals to 3. Yes, if X is bigger than 2, they also 1 to 1. X is bigger or equal to 3, also 1 to 1. This is the reason why they say they must be as small as possible. So as small as possible, 1 is the smallest. Okay, so yep, then for any of the quadratic graph, the range of it will be, because this quadratic graph is something like this, isn't it? The range from here all the way to the infinity, isn't it? This one just now is 1, 3, isn't it? So we focus on the y value. So my h must be bigger or equal to 3. Okay, so yeah, just like that, because they will from 3 until infinity. Then h inverse, you can do the inverse function. But the domain of h inverse is equal to the range of h. So range of h is 3, right? So domain is bigger or equal to 3. Okay, so settle the domain already. Now I do the inverse function. Make hs into the x. And then this side make x into the y. Make y a subject lah. X minus 3. And then equals to y minus 2 square. Okay, here if I throw the square to the other side, I will get square root. But I get square root, I will not get plus minus. I only take the positive version. Because supposedly you will have another minus version with reflection. But over here, we only take the positive version. Okay, so yeah, so therefore y is equals to square root x minus 3 plus 1. So my h inverse x is square root x minus 3 plus 1. Done. Okay, inverse function 2 mark, domain 1 mark, total is 3 mark. Yeah, so in this case, Jeremy, you cannot write plus minus. In a simple way to explain that one is because you have one part like this, and then you have another part like this, right? Because I separate from the middle already, and both of them will do the reflection also. Because if you have a line like this, you can see when you got one is the reflection, because the reflection somewhere here, isn't it? Now one will be reflection like this, and then this one also will be reflection like this. So this is the reason why you have one. This one is positive version, and then this one is basically the positive square root. This one will be the negative square root. Okay, so yeah, just tell you why you don't have the plus minus. Okay, 7. Quite simple, I guess. Do a dy/dx quotient rule. Come. You all do? Then tell me what is the a and b value you find. Okay, very fast. You got the answer already, Jeremy. Um. Okay. Also, okay. Let's do this one because it seems not too hard. Okay, so dy/dx is, let me change color lah. dy/dx is copy the v, differentiate the u, 3/2, 2x plus 1 minus 1, 1/2, differentiate inside 2, plus copy the u, differentiate the v, which is 1 over v square. Right, 2 and 2 I will cut, and I will see if I take out the 2x plus 1 power 1/2, and also x plus 5 power 2, what I left here. So this one I cut already. I left 3 multiplied into both, right? Which is 3x plus 5. 15. I mean 50. Then this one, if I have 2x plus 1 power of 3/2, I factorize out, mean I divide, right? Power half. You cut, you actually left power 1, isn't it? Okay, so you still have a 2x plus 1 power 1. Not cut lah. I mean you minus them, you should get 1. Is it a power 3/2 divided by a power 1/2? Is a power 3/2 minus 1/2? Then it's a power 1. Okay, you should get the idea. So therefore, I just need to simplify whatever inside here. This one I just copy. So I should have 5x plus 16. And is it's minus. Thanks, Jeremy. It's minus. Yes, the formula is minus. So you should have x plus 14. Okay, so yeah, because the quotient rule is minus. And then show that there's no stationary point on this curve. So you want to show is no stationary. I think you can just copy the whole thing, make equals to 0. And then you have both equation. This one will equal to 0. And this one cancel already. Multiply 0 is still 0. And then this one equal to 0. So you have 2x plus 1 equal to 0. X is negative 1 over 2. This one x is negative 14. Sounds like you have two stationary points. But if you check the domain given, they say x must be bigger or equal to 0. So therefore, both negative answer also rejected. Because is x must be bigger than 0. Okay, so yeah, you should get the idea lah. And then find the approximate change in y when x increase from 1 to 1 plus p. So we want to find change in y. We know change in y over change of x equals to dy dx. So change in x, we already know from 1 to 1 plus p, which is p. So change of y over p. dy dx, I will need to sub the original x value into it, right? Into the dy dx, right? So I just need to plug the 1 into my dy dx equation. Here, if I want to save myself some time, definitely I will, where's my mark cursor? We'll use a calculator for it. So this is how I will use a calculator. I will just straight away use the differentiation button, put a fraction for it, insert the original y equation, which is 2x plus 1 power 3 over 2. And then come down, this is x plus 5. And then I will just say my x is 1, right? Because just now it's from 1 to 1 plus p, isn't it? So my original x value is 1. Then I can get the so-called equation. I mean the final answer after I differentiate. So yeah, so this one for you to double check your answer lah. Alright, so this one is 0.722. So yeah, then change of y is 0.722p. But in the exam, you kind of need to show you sub the 1 into the dy dx. Then only you use the calculator to type your answer. Right, you can see that here the use back x equals to 1 means what? I can use back my dy dx value, which is 0.722, into my rate of change question. So I write it down first. My dy dx is 0.722 when x equals to 1. Rate of change of x mean dx dt is 2.5. Find the corresponding rate of change of y. They want to find dy dt. So I will use the change rule myself. So this is dy, this is dt. Middle must be dx and dx. So dy dx I have already 0.722. dx dt is 2.5. So this answer times 2.5, I get the final answer, which is 1.80. Okay, this is how I get another 2 mark by doing the rate of change. Rate of change, the only difficult is read the question, get the information you want. Because some students, when they read rate of change of x, they say, sir, I do not know what is rate of change of x. Whenever you see rate of change, write dt at the bottom. Then rate of change of x is dx dt. Okay, same idea to rate of change, dt at the bottom. Rate of change of y means dy dt. Okay. Okay, simple permutation question. Okay, because this is number, right? So it's permutation. So you want to form a 6 digits number from 0, 1, 2 to 9. You don't have 3 and 4, right? You do have 3 and 4, so it's 8 digits, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 digits. A number cannot start with 0. And each number can be used at most once in any 6 digits number. Alright, come, give you 5 minutes, do 1, 2, 3. And tell me your answer. Alright, Jeremy got the answer already. Let's see is the answer correct or no? Wrong. Alright, so we have 8 digits here. Find how many numbers can be formed if there's no restriction. Since they already say 0 cannot begin, so the first answer I think I cannot do IGCSE, even though there's no further restriction. Do you see they use the word further restriction? Means the x cannot begin, a number cannot start with 0 is still the rule there. Okay, still the restriction there. There's just no further restriction. So that means the first, I have 6 digits, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The first digits I can only use any of the 7 number but no 0. So I have 7 choice here. Then here, I still have another 5 more places. I still, after I use one of a number, I still have another 7 number, right? So 7 number, I'm going to choose 5 to arrange. I multiply them, 7 times 7 P5. So I get 17640. How many of these 6 digits number are divisible by 5? So if I want to make sure it's divisible by 5, it can only end at 5 and end with 0. But because we cannot begin with 0, so 0 will never repeat. But we can begin with 5, isn't it? So 5 will repeat. So I will just say, I will just do 2. One is end with 0. Another example is end with 5. Because any number end with 0 and 5, those numbers can be divided by 5. Okay, end with 0 first is very simple. The last digit is 0. It's only one way. So I cannot use 0 anymore. So I have another 7 choice here to fill into the 5 digits here, right? So it just costs 7P5 multiply 1, which is 7P5. Okay, this one, end with 5. So if end with 5 here, in front here, I cannot use the 5 here. So I can use any number from 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. I cannot use 0 also. So I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 choice for the first one. Then the middle 4 digit can put any of these. 8 number, I use 2 number. I still have 6 number. I have 4 places to fill in, isn't it? So it's 6P4. This is one way also, right? So, yep, this is 6 times 6P4. So this is 2160. Need to plus the 7P5. 2520. So you plus together. So final answer is this one. 2570 plus 2160. You get this one. Okay, so yeah, Jeremy must be quite careful about your second answer. Yeah, you got the answer after that. Good job. All right, so then lastly, how many of these 6 digits are, how many of these 6 digits, how many of these 6 digits number are greater than 85,000? I'm thinking of this 6 digit number, the this is mean the above or it mean the answer in part B? Maybe is, yeah, it's not related. I think this one link back to the original question. Yeah, maybe I don't want to overthink here. So in order to bigger than 850,000, the first digits must start with 8 and 9, right? Then the second digits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The second digits can be any number 5 and above. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, then the other number is not important anymore. Okay, but over here we repeat the 8 and 9, right? Because each number can only use one. So I will just separate them into the 2 example. But these 2 examples, actually, they are similar example. They are same example, I believe. If I begin with 8, this one is basically begin with 9. This one is begin with 8. Okay, so if 8 is the first number, then I just want to make sure this is only one choice, right? My second number here can only use the 5, 6, 7, 9. 4 choice only. Okay, so here have 4 choice. So if I do the same thing here, I begin with 9. Then here I can do 5, 6, 7, 8, right? Also is 4 choice. The 4 is the choice. Huh? So if you understand, this one, the second digit here, I have 4 choice. This one also 4 choice. Later I multiply. Then the last 4 digits, there's no other condition to restrict them. So after I use 2 number, I still have 6 number. I will choose 4 to arrange. So here I will do the same also. So since both of these are the same, it's same idea to the whole thing times 2, isn't it? So 4 multiply 4p, 6p4. 6p4 and time 2. So my final answer should be 2880. Am I wrong? Or I miss up any answer here? Start with 8, start with 9. I have 4 choice. 8 digits, I use 2 digits, I still have 6 digits. I choose 4 to arrange. Start with 9 is already... They want to find more than 850,000, right? Start with 9 is already more than... Not 7p5. Because they want greater than this number, right? So start with 9 is already more than... Oh yeah. Yeah, when you start with 9, the second digit is not important anymore. My bad. Yeah, because you start with 9, second digit you can put any of the number. You can put 0, 1, 2, 3, also never mind. So yeah. So yep, so it's not multiplied 2. My brain is stuck. So then you have 7 number here. You have 7 number left. You want to fill in the 5 number here. So it's 7p5. Yep, Jeremy is correct. So 7p5. I have 2520. And then I will just, this is 1440, right? And then I plus 1440. Yeah, final answer should be this one, 3960. Yeah, we're going to start with 9, second digit, not important anymore. Alright, so we have a teams of 8 people. It should be children from 12 people. So three of the people are brother, and who must not be separated. Find a number of different teams that can be chosen. So yep, they want to choose 8 people. So here they just say these 3 brothers, right? They cannot be separated. That's me. The question doesn't say these 3 brothers must be included or must be excluded. So I have 2 options, which is 3 brothers is included. And second is these 3 brothers is excluded. So among these 12 people here, I will say 3 are the brother and 9 is just a random people. It's just a random people. So if I want to include these 3 brothers into a team of 8 people, so I only, these 8 people, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I already fill in 3 places for the brother already. So I only left 5 places from this 9, right? So it's called 9C5. I choose the people only. I do not need to arrange. I use C. Then, or this is all, right? So it's plus. If 3 brother is excluded, then these 9 people, I will choose 8 of them to form the team. So yeah, just do this. 9C5 multiply 9C8. It's plus, sorry, my bad. So it's 135. Anyone don't understand? because the 9C5 is I put the 3 brother into the 8 people group. I only need to choose 5 more from the random people. Second example is I exclude the 3 brother. So the people of A, the team of A, I choose from the 9 people there. So it's 9 people, I choose 8. So it's 9C8. Is it okay? Anything you want to ask me? Okay, if no question, we'll continue the rest of the question next week. For the paper, maybe next week we'll go paper May June 2-1, and then we still have some 9 and 10. We still have 2 more questions from here. Then we'll continue next week. All right, so